Okay, so in this video, I'm going to explain the solutions to the problems that I have given in the assessment 1, and we'll start with the type 1 questions. In the test, the number 1 has several problems to solve, so let's start with 1A. So we were given, or you were given 3xy multiplied to x squared minus 2xy minus 2xy minus 3. The instruction is for you to expand the given expression. So in this case, we want to expand 3xy times x squared minus 2xy minus 3. To expand this expression, we basically use the concept of, or the idea of, the distributive law. The distributive law states that if I have A multiplied to the group B plus C, then this is the same as AB and then plus AC. So in short, you're going to multiply the expression A to B and C one at a time. Now in 1A, we have to multiply 3xy to x squared minus 2xy minus 3. That means you have to multiply this to x squared, to 2xy or negative 2xy, and to minus 3 or negative 3. So what will happen if you multiply the 3xy to every term of the trinomial x squared minus 2xy minus 3? So first, we have 3xy times x squared, so that's the first term, and then minus 3xy multiplied to 2xy, and then minus 3xy multiplied to 3. Okay, now this step actually can be skipped if you want, or if you already know how to multiply the expressions mentally. Okay, so I'm just writing this step for you to see clearly how the answer will be obtained. So if I multiply 3xy by x squared, so that means I have a 3, then the x and x squared will become x cubed, because x times x squared means x times x squared. You have 1 of the x, you have 1 of the x, and 2 of the x here. When you multiply them, you get 3 of it, so x cubed, x times x times x, and then you have y. And then on the second term, so 3 will be multiplied to 2, so that's 6, and then x will be multiplied to x, so that's x squared, and y to y will become y squared. And then finally, 3 times 3 is 9, and then copy xy. Okay, so an alternative way of doing this is to multiply directly. So do the multiplication mentally. So 3xy times x squared is 3x cubed y, and then to the second term, that's 3 times 2 is 6, x and x will become x squared, and y will become y squared. And then finally to 3 times 3 is 9, so you have 9xy. Okay, so be very careful when you are dealing with the minus sign or the subtraction, or sometimes the negative signs, because you have to really check what a positive times a negative will result into, or a positive times a positive, a negative times a negative. Okay, but basically the idea is coming from the distributive law, which states that A times B plus C is basically AB plus AC. Okay, so that's number 1A. So number 1B, so 1B, you have to expand 2 times 2x plus 3 minus 2 times x minus 5. Okay, so as you can see, you have several operations involved, and by the rule on order of operations, we have to follow PEMDAS. Okay, so anything in the parentheses, okay, P stands for parentheses, E for exponents, M for multiplication, D is for division, A is addition, and S is for subtraction. So you have to perform those operations in that order. Now, so if we check, so we have expressions in the parentheses, but there's nothing you can do with 2x and 3, so just leave it as 2x plus 3. There's an x minus 5 inside the parentheses, but again, there's nothing you can do with an x minus 5. Do we have any exponent? So we don't have any exponents in the expression. So we can now go directly to multiplication and division and addition and subtraction. Now some note on the order in which one to apply first. For multiplication division, whichever comes first from left to right, then that's the operation that you can perform. But actually, for multiplication division, the order of these two doesn't matter. Okay, so you can perform multiplication first before division, or division first before multiplication. That will not be a problem. But the thing is, this multiplication and division should happen first before any addition and subtraction. Okay, so multiplication division should happen first before addition and subtraction. Now, similarly, addition and subtraction can happen like in any order. So if you want to subtract first, that's okay. If you want to add first, and that's okay. Okay, so now we have 2. Okay, so going back to the given expression, we have 2 times 2x plus 3 minus 2 times x minus 5. So since we know that the distributive law is applicable to this group of expression and to this group of expression, then that's the first thing that we can do. Okay, so 2 times 2x is equal to 4x. 2 times 3 is equal to 6, so that's plus 6. Okay, now here's the thing. You have minus 2 times x minus 5. For easy understanding of what's going to happen, think of minus 2 as a negative 2. Okay, so when you multiply negative 2 to x, the result is a negative, so that's minus 2x. And then negative 2 multiplied to negative 5 or minus 5, and that's positive 10. Okay, now there are steps that I have omitted already. Like I could go to the more formal way of saying that this is the same as plus negative 2, okay, and then x minus 5 is x plus negative 5. But doing that in very detailed manner can sometimes be more confusing than doing it with fewer steps. Okay, so my suggestion is to think of minus 2 as a negative 2. So when you multiply it to x, it's minus 2x or negative 2x. And then negative 2 times negative 5 is positive 10. So as soon as you have applied the distributive law, then you look for expressions that you can combine. So by the rule, you can only combine expressions which are like terms. Okay, so when you say like terms, same variable, so that means same x and then same exponent. If it's a number and a number, then you can combine those numbers, or what we call the constants. Okay, so if you take a look at the expression, we have 4x and minus 2x, and then you have 6 and then the 10. So you could combine the 4x minus 2x and the 6 and the 10. So this will become 4x minus 2x, so perform the operation. 4x minus 2x is 2x, and 6 plus 10 is equal to 16. So the final answer is 2x plus 16. So that's the simplest form of 2 times 2x plus 3 minus 2 times x minus 5. Okay, so that's these are the first 2 problems that that I have given you in the test. So we will cut the video here and we'll label this as part 1 or number 1 A, B, and then I'll have another video to discuss the succeeding questions or problems in the test.